One of the best in the market, actually. We will show you, as you know for sure, this agenda from the workshop, the fiber optic multiplexer that we have, the Siemens Connection Master. Also some packet technologies. George as the specialist will take care about this, and also then later on for PLC and PLC IT. My name is Günther Meyer. I'm from sales from Siemens in Munich, in Germany, and Mr. George Merkel. He is a communication engineer for smart grids. He is located in Nuremberg, absolute specialist. And so if you have during the presentation any questions, so we will please give it us immediately and we try to answer at once if possible. If not, then we will take it and we'll try to answer it in the next days. Then it's really a complex thing. So, you know, Siemens, we are everywhere. So if you say where is Siemens, we can hardly answer this question because Siemens has so many fields in the infrastructure there. And only to give you a short overview about the energy management or the energy itself. So this is, we are learning that all the energy systems worldwide and also utilities also, they are changing dramatically now. So the utility is now suffering influences that are absolutely new. In Europe or in Northern America, we see that all the communication networks are growing and gain more and more complex technologies. And also these complex and decentralized communication networks, you will see later in my presentation, what consequences this have for the utility. Also, the substations in the high voltage area, this data will grow more and more with the application. So you are now, perhaps in old substations, you are used to have data with telephone codes, but now with implementing digital substations, the applications becoming more and more complex with increasing data. Based on all these are something that we know from the growth of population, especially in the Middle East areas. The population is growing dramatically in all those countries. And another topic is these technology cycles that are coming faster and faster. Normally, in former times, we know that communication systems were bound to stay for 15 years, maybe 20 years. We have customers that are happy with some low data rated equipment since 20 years and they don't want to exchange it. They say, no, it's nothing, don't change it, it's okay. But now, when we come into the new technologies like IP, and where we are coming more to the telecommunication providers, they have each quarter or each half a year a software update, and they are coming every 4 or 5 years with new equipment and phase-out strategies where we say, hey, this is not something where utility can live with. Yeah? We were, let me say, used to say that for a utility a quarter is 25 years, yeah? And not only 3 months. And also the new threat is the cyber security. Also going ahead along with the political situation in Middle East, when you Google cyber security issues, you will find lots of attack of governmental entities. So one is, let me say, for example, the Saudi Aramco that was attacked I think 2 years ago, and they were not bound or not ready to go on with business for 2 or 3 days. They have to shut down everything completely, start it renew because of such a cyber attack. And this is something where we also have to take care and where the utility is always in the need for getting solutions. Complex communication routes. In the past, you were used to have such power plants and one, how should I say, power plants or generation possibilities. And so they are not only consuming them, but also producing them. And so they are not anymore consumers, but now we call them prosumers, producers and consumers at the same time. And this gives the problem that the communication infrastructure has to be bidirectional. And this is giving, let me say, the utilities problems at the moment. Another thing is what I mentioned is the data and this increased data in this actual starting age of digitalization. So you can see here that during the 90s there were not so much data rate increase, but now with start of this Ethernet of Things or Internet of Things from decentralized energy systems, there is a dramatic growth in this data. And only if you read those figures that you can see here. All the communication infrastructure being then given into the apps, to the applications, for example, of a control center or whatever. So you have a lot of applications that you can use out of this data from the sensors in the field. So this is now a change, as I mentioned, and somebody will say, oh, how to migrate? It could always be a problem to go into another direction, but you needn't be afraid. So there are some strategies for the migration, and starting from the situation that, let me say, you normally have now, for such a classical high voltage substation, as mentioned, you have teleprotection, you have voice, and you have data with the IRC model 1 protocol, and this is normally via a communication system there to the grid control center. So you have the normal serial interfaces that you used to have, FXS, FXO, V24, and normally a narrow band bit rate is more than sufficient for such applications. Up to some IC104 protocol from the RTUs. That means you also have here an increased data flow, but nowadays it's becoming more and more asymmetric. That means asymmetric in that kind that you have lots of information from the field to the control center, to the data, but only very few data flow from top down to the field. And it is not necessary to block a lot of data rate that never will come. So the systems now that we can offer, you can adjust them to an asymmetric data flow in order to get a better usage of the necessary or of the existing bandwidth that you have. And also, as mentioned, the cybersecurity there is really an integral part. And you have also always to take care about the firewalls and the routers here when you're coming from the field and from this digital substation into the communication network. Also Siemens has some solutions about this that can, let me say, give you this, the safety and the security that this cannot be hacked from outsiders. So, summarizing this, communication really is a must. If you have no communication or not the proper communication, then you always will face troubles there. And that is, let me say, our mission here, where we try to help our clients. Our department is mostly concentrating in this area here, in the high voltage level. There are also some medium and low voltage areas, but our department here is more or less very much specialized on this high voltage range from, let me say, 25 to 500 kilohertz. Automatically, this new power link is connecting all the three gaps together, and you can run a new PLC into these gaps, and where this new equipment is notching all those new frequencies together. But George will later on give you in the afternoon some more deep dive about all these advantages there. Only to give you a short overview here is that this is kind of a new product into the IP and Internet links that is really giving your actual PLC a kind of investment protection. So this is not something that you have to throw away in the future. Also, with this power line carrier, you know our teleprotection unit SWE3000 for distant protection. For the PLC, you can have it integrated into the power line carrier, but you can also have it externally. Some clients still want to have external distant protection equipment. We can understand this due to the fact that this is very, let me say, or the most important data that has to be transmitted there in the utility network. And so also, due to the fact that we consider this as the most important data, we are doing this also externally to the fiber optic multiplexers there, because we don't want to have any bottleneck there in some fiber optic overview. And now you can ask me why should I buy this Siemens connection master? If I have only the product view, compare only features, then you will find that the equipment of all the competitors that you can see is very similar. No matter if you take a look at the Kima that ABB is using, or Huawei with their equipment, or any others, so they are 95% the same or 99% the same if you are comparing all the features. And if the product, from the product view, you only want to have the functionalities as a decision criteria, you will not find too much, and you will have to have a kind of feeling. The same as I said, it's up to a private taste if you want to have BMW, Rolls Royce, or whatever. But the more decisive fact is that you have to have a look onto this conceptual view of the solution itself, not only of the product, but how the product is used and in what regards such a product can help your network. We are doing this on a higher version, as I mentioned, with the surface IT equipment that is bound for the backbone and for the aggregation area here with this Siemens connection master. And there it is really, really wonderful equipment. With all those, should I say, advantages that are already mentioned. And this is, let me say, an equipment that can help you providing a kind of multiple vendor strategy. More and more competitors are coming and building monopolies there in some utilities, giving no other vendor a chance. And our equipment, we go ahead with the requirements of a utility that they want to have 2 or 3 vendors in their network to stay independent from only one provider. And so this equipment is very much open to other and standardized to other equipment, so you can run both things together in parallel. And what I would say is this gives you really the chance of having a real partnership with us, and gives you not a plain hierarchy in your network, but also the possibility of building up really a logical and high-value solution from this data structure, the architecture of all the communication. So this is now the point where I hand over to George Motto. He's the technical specialist. He can answer each and any question that you have. So we will start then with those connection master, the fiber optic marks. Perhaps then we have a short coffee break. I don't know how you want to drive this. Coming later on then to PLC equipment. And if you, so we have some requirements that you want to hear something about PAD access from unifier, from high power systems. Then George can also have a few words about this.
Before we start, George starts his presentation. Anyone have a question regarding what he present, Mr. Mansour? Okay.
Thank you for the extensive information that you have provided to us. My question is, now, since you have presented to us the Siemens strategy to integrate now the challenge in the, let's say, Iraqi network, how to consolidate and integrate all the different providers with one system. Now we are talking about big data and consolidate infrastructure for communication.
Yes.
Have you considered that?
Yes, there is. This MindSphere is an immense, huge software platform. You can remember on my slide how many applications you can run. It can all be run under this platform. And it can be also, how should I say, split off to some applications. You don't need the whole platform, but you can, for example, buy some modules and run this. But with this MindSphere, this is an overall solution, and this is not coming to an end. This can be extended. This can be programmed more and more. If you have a very, very exotic application that nobody else has, you can let them integrate it in such a MindSphere. So, what is fantastic about this MindSphere is that nobody can imagine how it looks like. Yeah? This is really like a big cloud that can do anything. Yeah? But coming, as I mentioned, very much data from the bottom, reworking everything and then distributing to several applications like this big data. So this is
ندوة تعليمية عن منظومات الاتصالات الخاصة بمحطات النقل ومحطات التوزيع. قمنا باستضافة الكوادر السدرة الوطنية ودوائر النقل والتوزيع لتعريفهم بالمنظومات الجديدة، الحلول اللي سيمنز تقترحها كحلول رئيسية لبعض المشاكل اللي تصادفها الوزارة. ومن هذا السيمينار سوف نقوم بتعريف الكوادر بالأنظمة الجديدة والمنظومات الجديدة التي طورتها شركة سيمنز في هذه الخطوة. ونأمل أنه هذا السيمينار يكون ناجح ويضيف معلومات جديدة لقطاع الكهرباء وحل بعض المشاكل التي تعانيها وزارة الكهرباء في هذا الصدد.